Hi everyone. Yes, I'm back. It's been a long time, I know. And to tell you the truth, I'm still not better. So I don't know. I think I'll have to let a doctor take a look at me because I'm just not getting better. And it's a constant feeling of having the flu and being really tired. And I think I'll just, leave it up to someone who knows what they're doing, I hope, and see what that is. But I am constantly, just feeling like I'm sick. So the sniffles and everything, and I don't know. I'm so fed up with it, I can't even start to tell you because it's really getting on my nerves because I want to do so many things and I don't have the energy to do it. So last weekend, Saturday, I had all these things planned, everything I was going to do. Then all of a sudden, I really felt bad. I thought, you know what, I'll do that tomorrow. And then I really got sick. I haven't been that sick in a while. So, but then I sort of got better and better. I went back to work. And then yesterday, which was Friday, it was, no energy at all. I was done. I did work, but that's it. So, and today, I don't feel much better. But guys, the weather here in Holland, it is totally berserk. Everyone is sick. There is one great big flu, how do you call it, an epidemic? Yeah, that's been going on for 11 weeks. Can you imagine that? And I think because I work in that call center that I just keep getting those germs and picking it up and it has to be something like that. I don't know. Anyway, let's let's keep it bright. Here we have the February sponsors, so I want to thank them all. And what I'm going to do, I chose this one. And what I'm going to do is, I'm not sure if I'm going to send this one to the winner. The winner I'm going to pick tomorrow. I'll put that on the side. But what I'm going to do now is try a top coat. So I'm going to do a top coat on top of this. And if it works out and it's really pretty, well, then we're going to send it to the person that I pick out of the big hat. Yeah. So here we go. I'm sure you guys have the same thing, that sometimes you feel so freaking old. Yeah. Last night I wanted to drink something, and I have this little bottle with 250 milliliters of, it contains 250 milliliters of whatever you put in it. And I must have fell asleep with that thing in my hand, and then I woke up and I spilt the whole bottle all over myself. Oh boy. Yeah, it's just disgusting sometimes. Okay. Now, as we all know, top coats are meant to be poured on. And what you don't want to do is brush them on, because I tried that and it just gave me some sort of a landscape of cracks. And this is really thick. I kind of like it. And the minute I'm doing this, I'm thinking, oh, maybe I want to pour with this. That might look good too. Who knows? So I am going to use a little nice clean palette knife, as you can see, very clean. And I am going to spread it. But what we're not going to do is use a brush on it. And it has to be a nice, smooth sort of a coverage without bubbles in it. And as I can see now, there's no bubbles. Well, one there, but I'll take that out. I'm sure there's nothing where you can avoid every single bubble. And what I did do is, of course, I cleaned the canvas with Dawn dish soap and a sponge. Do it 3 times. And in between, we clean off the sponge, make sure the sponge is totally clean and has no silicone residue on it whatsoever. And then we just start again, fill it up with a little bit of pure Dawn dish soap, and with circular motions we sort of make sure all the silicone is off the canvas. Now this works nice. This is really, really thick. See how nicely it spreads? It's almost like resin. If you're good at icing a cake, then you'll be good at this, I'm pretty sure. Okay, now it's totally covered. Let me see. I do see here's one tiny little air bubble. Pop, there it goes. There's one. And there's one. So what you do want to do is make sure that you have all those little air bubbles popped, if you have any. And now what's coming over the side, I'm holding it, tilting it a little bit. See, that for me this is the first time too, guys, so I'm sort of trying to work as best I can. Ooh, there I already see that the top is sort of hardening. That's it. That's nice. Maybe I should do it a little faster. That might be... Oh, but this is really smooth. Look at that. That is smooth. Just a little on the sides. And I think a rubber glove is exactly what you need to do this. Or one of these latex gloves, or whatever they're called. Make sure you get the little corners. Just slide your finger down there. And this is sort of zen. It really is. There we go. That's nice. Now this side. Here's a little drip over the side, which will nicely smooth out. There it is. And I'm, of course, putting my finger a little over the rim here, where it just goes over the side, just to make sure that it's all covered. I do see a little bit of here. I can see that I've been in it, so smoothing it down a little bit more. That's it. Okay, now we'll lay it down here. It's totally smooth. I'm going to check it one more time for bubbles. I see one. Oh no, here's one too. That's one. And you just have to touch them really softly and they'll just, you know, spread. And that's what you want. Oh, there's one more over there. And it is very, you can really see it if you have one. And to tell you the truth, I don't think it would be a problem to have one or two left in there. There it goes. And the minute you touch it, it sort of, it spreads. And then you see it bounce back. So the top film, it bounces back, and that's really good. Because that's what we want. We want a nice smooth top, sort of like resin, because I know how many people love that resin finish, that it's all smooth and sort of like glass. So that's what we're going for here. Now, yeah, I still see one or two really tiny little bubbles, but we'll just leave those because I'm sort of curious how they're going to dry up. But further than that, I'm amazed that it doesn't have more bubbles than that. Of course, when you receive something like this and it's been in the mail, you do have to give it a little chance, you know, to get all those bubbles to the top. That's normal. So I wouldn't, you know, open the package and use it straight away. Just set it aside and let it stand there for a day, you know, just to be on the safe side. A day is way too long, because I've tried it before with the with other varnishes where I really shook up the bottle, and then I just let it stand there about 30 minutes and all the bubbles were up at the top and gone. So, but you know, when you get something in the mail, give it a chance to settle down. That's always good. Now, if you can see, this was a full bottle, and that's how much is out. So that is like almost nothing. So it's, I think it's a pretty good deal, you know, when we're pouring them like that. Now, I can look over the sides here, and I see absolutely, totally tight, very tight, and very smooth. And I think this is pretty much amazing. Again, I want to stress that this is, as you can see, it is a test bottle. You cannot get this in the shops yet. So I've been getting so many questions about where can I get the thick pouring medium and where can I get the new formula. But guys, they're not for sale yet. So you'll just have to have a little bit of patience. I know it's frustrating when you see me work with it, and I'm getting these awesome results, and you want to do that too. But, you know, just let Vallejo, you know, test and test. They want to be 100% satisfied, and I think that's a good thing. So for me, this is, up to now, this is absolutely top-notch. I love it. So I'd say 2 thumbs up because of how it spreads, what it looks like, how it released the bubbles, about everything about it. I think 2 thumbs up. But one thing that we shouldn't forget, if we use this is like resin because it's thick. You saw how I spread it with the palette knife. I think if you were to spread it with one of those resin combs, it would work too. But we shouldn't forget that if you have a little dust going on at home, you know, some of us have pets and some of us, you know, have older homes where the dust is always there. It will come down and get into your top coat, and it'll, you know, unless you don't mind, but you'll see it. Because right now when I'm looking over, I see here I have one little dust, not a dust bunny, but a little dust speck here. And I can take it out, but you know, I should just save myself the trouble, because if you don't cover it, there's going to be dust coming down onto it. So if you're going to use this stuff and you're going to be doing top coats on a couple of these paintings that you've made, what I would suggest is you make one of those tents, one of those plastic tents where you put when you're ready, you put it under there and you let it dry, because there's going to be dust falling on top, that's for sure. Okay, I'm going to put this one aside, and I'm going to let this one dry, and I'm going to show you guys some other stuff I've got. Okay, now there's something new coming on, and I am very excited about it, but I'm not going to, you know, charge in and do stuff with it without really thinking about it. And let me get it. It's a new, this is brand new. Can you see that? This is bronze, and here's the this is the liquid. I'm not totally sure how to use it yet, but I'm telling you, I saw some examples, and they just blew me away. It's a whole set of stuff. Here's the other color. This is the greenish one. Here you have reactive leaf bronze. This is the copper. And as you can see, this is this is the thing, you know, and that is in these spray bottles. And you know, it oxidizes, and you know, this was what I was waiting for those cogwheels that I was going to do. So we're going to do something with this, but what I was thinking of is I want to go to one of those thrift stores and get one of those jugs, because I got that in my mind and it won't get out. Anything I get in my mind, you know, you can forget it because I've got to have it. I'll show you what I'm thinking of. You have these jugs really big like that, little base here, and then sometimes they just have like a small opening like that, but they also have a little handle on the side. Now I'm gonna look for one of these, because this stuff, you can put it on anything. You can put it on glass, on a metal, on canvas, on anything you want. They have a primer. I'm not sure if it's this one. Got a couple of primers, but you prime it first if you have glass. Anything that doesn't soak up the paint immediately, like canvas, then you have to use a primer. Then you put this on, then you spray it, and then you get these effects. So I was thinking of making this some really beautiful greenish, you know, like those patina colors. I was gonna do that, and then different colors, of course, because I don't want one color, and then spray up here so that this stuff is gonna come down like that. So just the top, like that, like it's been outside in the rain for like 200 years and it's been oxidizing. So something like that. That's what I got in my head. And I'll also, because this might be hard to find, but I have seen one of those bottles, where very broad bottles. I think they're port. If you've ever drank port, they have like very broad, and then a little thing here, and sometimes they have a little like that. Yes? Okay. So same deal. I'd put that all on and then spray only on here on the top, making all the oxidized stuff come down a little, and that would be something that I'm really looking forward to. This is from Overtrol. We all know Overtrol from the Flutrol. So this is new stuff, and I'm pretty excited. And they have another two things that I'm going to try. Yes, don't get too excited. They have this one, the antique crackle. You know, what you would expect, something like an old cabinet or a frame, picture frame or something like that. You know, very old antique crack. And then they have the normal crackle with the, you know, the more uniform crackle, where you have all these little pieces. So this is all sitting here waiting for me to, you know, get some more energy so I can do this. And that's what I'm going to do as soon as I find something really cool to put it on, because I don't want to waste this stuff. And that's what some of the things that are going to come up. Here you go. And I think this is already for sale. I'll check for you guys. But what you can do is go to the distributor website. If you do Overtrol, Flotrol, and you click on the distributor, you can find where your local dealer is. You can mail them, and you can ask them about it, and they can tell you that much better than I can when they're going to have that stuff in stock. So I asked the Overtrol, I said, are you guys going to go on the more on the you know, the creative side? And they said, yeah, we're going to do all kinds of stuff. We're going to, you know, develop all kinds of beautiful varnishes and finishes. And I thought, well, that's cool. We'll try it, right? Yes, we will. Okay, this was the first one. I've already got some paint mix because I'm gonna do a I'm gonna try and do a sort of a puddle pour on a ampersand gesso board, and I'm gonna do that with very, very thin Vallejo fluid. So that's what's coming up next. I'm gonna do 2 videos today and then see tomorrow how I wake up. If I have some more energy, I'll be back, and because I am so really ready to do one of those pours I did like months ago, the 4-cup flip on the 40 by 40. I'm really, longing to do one of those. So stay with me, guys, and I'll be right back, right? Love you all to pieces like I always do. Liebe euch alle, wie immer. See you later.